I discovered him, but we started. We started. Section 8 is balling together.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what is that?
That's a film company. So
Okay.
we do films, and whether private or public or whatever, we film. We have equipment,
Yeah.
and it started with just the podcast because I used to have the podcast. Section 8 is balling, and then it became, Código Callejeros, which was like a skit show we used to do.
Yeah.
Then it was like, all right, now we doing skits. Let's just do some skits all over the place. Let's go outside with it, because I had the studio. LMP Studios was my home base basically, and then they closed down. So we got a place in the Art Factory, and when we started doing that, shortly after we met Tyler. And Tyler was like, "Oh, come! I have this warehouse," and we went there. And Ivan was like, "This is it." I'm like, "What's it?" He's like, "We got to do the Spanish office here," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, we got to do the office in Spanish. Call everybody. Let's do this." I said, "All right, let's do this."
Call everybody. All the connections.
Started calling everybody. Yo, pop. Yo, you want to do a character? You want to do a character? You know the office? You know the office? Everybody knew the office except me.
You didn't know what the office? That's,
No, I didn't
that's
know
gringo shit, right?
I didn't know this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying attention to this shit.
Yeah.
And we did it, and the shit was fire. Everybody was like, "Yo, you got to keep doing that. La Factoria. And that's how it came about.
There you go. Tommy 5K. My brother, your name just keeps coming, man. It keeps ringing.
Pause.
It keeps, yo.
My name keeps coming.
Yeah, I got paused so many times on this show. It just fucking keeps happening. But welcome, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, man, you a legend, bro. And we was talking about you yesterday because I was asking Sploo. I said, is he the original Dominican IG Vine guy? And Sploo mentioned other names before you,
Right.
like that are older. What you probably know those. I can't remember.
Well, Instagram and Vine and all that, period. Everybody's older than me.
Yeah.
Because I come from YouTube. I'm originally from YouTube.
Okay.
So what happened was that I was part of a group. It was called That'sDominican.com. So that's where my popularity really flourished.
Okay.
I used to do stand-up, and I had a friend come to one of my shows, and he's like, "Yo, you seen what Manny's doing?" Manny's my boy, minus P. Shout out to him. He's doing comedy, but online. And I'm like, "Oh, nah, I haven't seen." So I met up with Manny, and he's like, "Yo, you doing comedy? Oh shit, I'm doing this." And he was like, "Yo, send me 2 clips. I want you to say this and then say this." So I did it. Put the clips up. He edited the video. He did whatever he needed to do. Next thing you know, I'm on the bus the next day. Somebody goes, "You in a video? You in a Dominican video?"
Damn, already.
And I'm like, "Huh?" They're like, yeah, you in a Dominican video?" Like, "Yeah, I am." Because he had told me that day, like, "Yo, it's out," you know?
Okay.
And on the bus, somebody still, I'm like, all right, cool. Then I'm downtown. I'm with this girl. She's shooting some video. And the editor era un puertorriqueño. He goes to me, "Yo, you in a Dominican video? Whatever."
Otra vez.
And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, that shit is mad funny, this and that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I get uptown. I get back home. And one of my friends goes, "I saw the video. Yo, T, that shit funny." I'm like, all right, I gotta call this dude. I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing? How do so many people know about this video?" He's like, "Yo, that shit already got 8,000 views." 8,000 views in that time
Hell yeah.
was like, lo vio la noticia.
Yeah, it was different.
Yep. And I was like, what? 8,000 views. He said, you didn't see my following, Tommy? I'm like, what following? He goes, go to my Facebook. He had 123,000 subscribers. So he put the video on Facebook. Everyone on his Facebook is watching this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is replicating fast, the views.
Yeah.
It was stuck at 8,000. It wasn't moving, but it was being viewed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh man, I gotta do more of these with him.
Yeah.
So we started doing videos with That's Dominican. And I started bringing friends of mine and stuff. And eventually it became just us two because he kicked everybody out. And I did like 40 episodes with Manny in That's Dominican. So we were the pioneers of skits on YouTube from Dominican perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he mentioned, and I wish I could remember the names. He mentioned there was other funny Dominicans, older guys
On Instagram and on Vine. Yes, it was. You had people like Jay Ramirez that started before us.
Yeah.
You know, Plátano 3 por peso, which became King Plátano. You had Jaciel. Jaciel is an old member of the Instagram community.
Yeah.
You know, probably the first guy to be verified.
Wow.
Yeah, originally verified. Now you can pay for the verification.
Yeah. No, not the $15 a month.
Yeah. He was verified before anybody.
Yeah.
You know, let me see.
What's the Dominican one? What's the Dominican one that Nueva York mentioned one time?
John Swagon? I don't know.
The one he's from DR. The one that he did a skit. He passed away. But Nueva York mentioned him that he's trying to replicate that show, but he doesn't want to disrespect it, so he wants to do it the right way. He's a DR guy. He came to like with his passport.
Balbuena.
So is that guy then? It got to be. He was talking to the guy with the passport.
Yeah.
That skit that he did.
Mi turista.
Yeah. that one there. So that guy.
That's Balbuena, but that was a real comedian. That's
old school.
Yeah, he was a movie star. He wasn't a.
Oh, so it wasn't.
He wasn't an influencer.
Oh, he was the real deal.
Right.
So born and raised, baby. Were you?
Right here, New York City. Yeah. I'm born in Presbyterian Hospital. Right there. I lived in 169th Street till I was 24 years old. I moved out late. I was a late bloomer, you know. I wanted to stay with mom.
Hell yeah.
Pay no bills.
Hey,
but yeah, you know, born and raised in New York. I'm a New Yorker, but you know, my family's Dominican, so I used to travel back and forth in the summers. You know,
to the island.
Every summer I used to be in the Dominican Republic.
Hell yeah!
And that's how I learned Spanish. Like I would stay there the whole 3 months.
Oh, okay.
You know? So I grew up. I got to see different things. A kid growing up in New York and being in the summers in New York is very different from the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic teaches you things earlier. You know, like seeing a woman naked. You know, thing like that, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, ya, el tiempo de mojar Bobby. Like, what? you know.
What the fuck is happening right now?
What is that?
The US is strict. No.
You know,
everything is
old man asking you if you jerk off. Hey, tú te lo jalas. Tú tienes que jalar. Like, you know, like.
That's Dominican?
That's
DR?
Mad Dominican, bro.
That's mad Dominican.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, you know, you learn stuff fast. Yeah. But then I had so many people to look at, you know. I had 10 aunts and uncles on one side, 10 aunts and uncles on the other side. Like, my grandparents didn't have TV. You know
Hell yeah. They were getting busy.
10 kids each. You know, so I was imitating these people growing up. Like seeing them was my TV.
Yeah.
You know, so I had really funny uncles. You know, my father was super sarcastic. Like he's
you had to be ready for him.
Over the top sarcastic.
He's probably witty and everything.
No, not just it was smooth and it was quick. You know, quick. Papi, you get un hamburger y un mojón. You don't get un mojón. Just
Like, what are you talking about?
he's talking about a piece of shit.
That's crazy.
You know, it's like he was just fast with the whole being sarcastic and stuff, and he was cheap, so it taught me different things, like, you know, just living within your means. But then again, you know, you want to ball out sometimes. You know, you want to
Jordan.
You want to do certain things. So,
You don't need them sneakers.
but he taught me something that was smart. Like at 12, I was already working. Like he bought me a pair of sneakers. Like his last pair of sneakers, it was at 14. But at 12, he was like, "Tú tienes que trabajar." And he took me without working papers or nothing. I went
Illegal like a motherfucker.
took me to the bakery downstairs. I started working in the bakery at 12.
Wow.
Empacando pan, you know, just doing little things of pan for the stores and stuff. And from there, I learned what a paycheck was, you know, and what going to work was, you know. But also in that place, I learned about rap music.
Yeah,
There was a guy who, he was a rap fan, you know. I didn't have access to none of.
What time? Which one? The 80s? Like probably
I'm
mid.
12 already. Nah, it's the 90s.
Oh, okay.
It's the 90s because I'm born 81.
Okay.
So, you know, he put me on, you know, to like, because I had a tape. I remember my first rap tape, the only tape I had, it said Rap 86,
Hell yeah.
you know, and on it was Rakim. It was, what's that? Milk is chilling, Gizmo's chilling. What more can I say? Top billing.
Yeah, Top Billing. 50,
Yeah.
50 made a song out of that shit too.
You know, but no, the original.
Milk D.
Milk D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm listening to that. That's my only tape that I had. But when I met this guy, his name was Joey, and he loved Fat Joe. So, gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow. He put me onto that.
And that just came out.
That was brand new.
Yeah,
I was
93, I
like,
think.
Oh man, this shit is crazy right here. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
The
this
beat was hard.
Yeah, gotta flow, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really, really, really. And if you mess around, you'll catch a beat down. That's all I remember, really. And I'm like, oh, this is my, you know, like this is my new jam. So I went home and I wanted to, you know, like hear the radio. I'm like, what are you listening to? He's like, Hot 97. You know, like, oh, all right. There's Hot 97. I used to listen to Super Cacu. you know, I'm listening to Spanish stuff. I'm not listening to. I don't know how to even look for that really on the radio because you know, it wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
You know, and from there, you know, I started liking, you know, the flow of rap and hip hop and whatever was happening. So I always wanted to be an actor, and my sister would play with me, and like she'd be like, "Yo, I want to get in there." She'd be like, "Abre la puertica de la televisión y dile que tú quieres entrar." And I used to go, "Yo quiero entrar." No me están oyendo, like, you know, like she's like, "Dile ahí." She used to mess with me.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to be on TV, and then slowly I just kept following things of how to entertain. You know, I was always funny. You know, spontaneous funny, not practiced.
Yeah.
And at one point, I did start practicing. You know, because I would see like Comic View and stuff like that, and I'll go down and tell my friends the jokes that I just heard. You know, and they were like, "Oh my God, like you do it just like them." You know,
Yep.
like I'll be like, "Yo, you know what this comedian said? Listen, he went like this," and I'll perform it for them. You know, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that was funny," you know, whatever. And it's like, I just remembered this guy's whole stand up. How, you know, I saw it once.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, now that I see that I can do that, I should be able to do my own. So I would write little moments of my life on a diary, like what I thought was funny. You know, like on this night,
Your trips to DR, whatever.
I saw, no. It would be shit that would happen in the hood.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Jose and Carlos fought. And when Jose put him in a headlock, you know, he started punching him in the nose. And when he got up from there, his nose was flat. You know, like, you know,
anything,
little things like that. That was like funny to me, you know. But then started constructing comedy piece by piece. I would be like, oh, look what happened. Like, I didn't know drugs made your jaw lock.
Yeah.
You know, but my uncle was on drugs, and he would go like,
Yeah.
you quiero correr. He would say he wanted to run.
With the lockjaw.
With the lockjaw. You quiero correr. And I used to laugh because to me, like, why he want to run? But he's sitting down.
Put that shit in the comedy. Put that in the...
Yeah, so I would, you know, I would start adding little things here and there. And I wanted to be an actor, and I took drama in high school, and I was doing a play. And all my lines were serious lines, but the crowd was laughing. Every time I did something, they laughed. Y yo lo decía serio.
Yeah.
And then after the play ended, there was this man, he just came, and he was like, yo, I need your autograph. And I was like, what? I'm like, you're joking? He's like, no, I need your autograph. So, okay. And he was like, you're going to be famous one day. And I'm like, all right. And I, you know, I signed his paper, whatever. And my teacher, the one who orchestrated the play, he said, Tommy, you got to do stand-up. That's how you're going to be discovered. You're going to do stand-up. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. So I tried to do stand-up in the school. Booed. Boo! Get him out of there. Nobody paid attention.
Bomb.
I bombed terribly. So I was like, all right, that's not true.
Is that what, middle school or high school?
This is high school.
Okay.
I'm like, that's not true. That's not the way to get discovered, because that shit just bombed terribly. Yeah. So then I got a job after, and I wasn't going to go to college and stuff like that. And then like, they were like, yo, now you got to go to college, you know. So I started going to college, but then I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, you know. I got into the mix. I got arrested. And from there, I was like, all right, you know what? I don't care for college. I don't care to be a thug.
That didn't work out either.
Thug life wasn't for me.
No. The first lockup, that's all you needed.
That's all I needed, yeah. To know, this is not you. You just need to find what you want to do. And I had been on TV like around at 15. I got on this show called Humor y Risas.
Hell yeah.
It was on Channel 35. It was cable. And that took off in like the Dominican community, and like old ladies be like, Te vi el domingo televis, you know.
Yeah.
And so I already had that going, and I'm like, I know I'm funny. So I started looking for stand-up things to do, and I got fooled. And they were like, yo, come do this contest for Comedy Central, and an email. And I'm like, hell yeah. And I signed up. They're like, you got to bring 8 people. I'm like telling friends, like, yo, come to my show, you know. Nobody showed up. And they wanted me they were like, yo, if you don't have 8 people here, you're not going to go on stage. I'm like, fuck. I really don't. I have like 3 people in here.
That's about it.
You know, but can you let me do the time? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, you want your video? And I'm like, yeah. They said, pay $20. I'm like, all right. So I went on stage, and the lady, I told her, my name is Tommy Pena, but my MySpace is 5,000 degrees. I don't know what she understood from that. I wanted her to call me by my MySpace name. But
MySpace, wow.
Yeah, she called me and she was like, coming up to the stage, Tommy, 5,000. And I liked it.
Hell yeah.
I was like, that's better than what I, you know.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, all right, Tommy 5,000 it is. I went on stage. I made everybody laugh. I was calling people before the set. Like, yo, what's the name of the person of this and that? And this, you know, like things I wanted to talk about. And I went up there and I did it. And like, I look at it now and it's cringe. Ah, yeah. Jesus. But that was my original set. you know, and
You gotta start somewhere.
it was fire, you know, like I kept the name and I went from there.
No, that's the way that a lot of the comedians or whoever I'm interviewing, the beginning of their career is cringy. It is what it is. You got to start somewhere, and I'm pretty sure now when you give these kids or whoever a shot, and you have these contests. I've heard about your contests.
Yeah.
You know, Sploo mentioned it, Brown Sugar and all that.
Yeah.
So me as I spoke about this with I forgot who it was. I cringe as the consumer, as the I'm like, oh fuck, please be funny.
Vergüenza ajena.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there, you know,
When you see somebody bomb, it's bad.
It hurts.
You feel bad.
I feel super bad. So I'm like, so I couldn't imagine what the fuck you even talk about with the cringing in high school. That's different.
Oh no, well, when the lady gave me the name, I didn't bomb.
Oh, you let.
I did really good. The thing was that it wasn't really a Comedy Central contest.
Yeah.
So I felt bamboozled. I was like,
So what was it?
It was just a bringer show. You know, they were recruiting people online.
Now that you know the business, what the hell was that?
A bringer show. That's what that was.
Okay.
That was it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. I tell you, it's a Comedy Central contest. Bring 8 people. Now I got your 8 people's money at the door. You know?
Yep.
It's a ticket sale.
That's what it is.
But what did happen after that was I stopped for like 3 years. I didn't do comedy. And my best friend, her name is Denise, she took me to a club. She said, yo, let's go to this comedy club, whatever. Let's go to this club that's doing comedy. You like comedy. And I was like, all right, cool. She left to the bathroom at one point, came back, and she was like, you're next. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I signed you up. You're next. They're going to call you. And I'm like, nah, chill. And they're like, now coming to the stage, Tommy Pena. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's going down.
So I went up there, and I did an hour and 20 minutes.
Diablo.
Talking shit.
Was there structure?
Nothing.
Okay, gotcha.
Nothing. I just spoke.
Hablando mierda.
Blah, 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 blah. Whatever was happening there, whatever was happening to me, whatever happened in the day, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept talking. The funniest shit that happened was that outside, a dog was choking, right? And one of the comedians, he's white. And he was, you know, listening to what was happening and whatever. And the owner of the dog is like, suéltalo, suéltalo, sácalo, sácalo, you know, suéltalo. And the guy turns to me and goes, the dog speaks Spanish? I feel so stupid right now. I don't know Spanish. You know, and I spoke about it right there at the comedy, you know. And they started rolling, you know, because it's like, shit, that just happened right now, you know. And I'm like, you know, this is what I'm meant to do. The owner says to me, yo, I want you to come back every Wednesday. I'm going to give you $60 and I'm going to give you 10% of the bar.
Hell yeah.
So that's how I started producing a show. But I would do it by myself. Wednesday nights, come see Tommy at the Red Room in 181st.
That's it.
And I started that. It was a staple. Then from that night, there was a comedian. His name was Jeff Cole. He was like, yo, I want to take you downtown. He took me to a Broadway Comedy Club. And he started showing me the ins and outs of how to make money on shows and do bringer shows. So he would tell me, like, if you know a new up and coming comic, you put them on your show, and let's say the show is $10. You offer the comic $4 and you keep $6. You know, so they don't feel like they're doing it for nothing. Because some bringer shows is like, bring 8 people and you get on stage. You know, like the one they did to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting jack from that. So if it would have been $10, it'd have been $80 that they paid, and I wasn't getting a cent. But the $4 is an incentive, you know. So now they want more people because the more people they bring, the more money they get. So I started doing that and having a ticket split with other comedians. Then I started doing Section 8 is Ballin' in Luna nightclub. You remember Luna?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get to come up with that Section 8 name? We know what Section 8 means.
Section 8 is Ballin' happened because we used to have $50 bottles on Wednesday nights. So it was Tuesday nights at Luna.
Yeah.
$50 bottles. No club had that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we had $50 bottles, and some of the Tuesdays we would bring the bull ride.
Yep.
The bull?
Yeah.
So this shit used to get packed.
Hell yeah.
I'm talking about, and then $50 bottles, bro. Anybody, a McDonald's worker,
Yep.
could come through and pop 4 bottles with $200.
Easy.
So anybody was balling.
Yep.
So this was Section 8 is balling because, you know, there's nobody else doing this.
Exactly.
And that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
We started doing that. At that time, I would switch. Either I would host or Imagine will host. Imagine is my mentor. So what everybody says about me, that's Imagine to me.
Yep.
You know, because what happened was when I went downtown with Jeff Cole, I started meeting other comedians, and there I met Jonathan. Jonathan is my friend who was also part of That's Dominican at one point, and he was doing stand up at the Laugh Lounge in the LES. I didn't know about this place. He takes me down there. I meet Imagine. Imagine goes, you have what it takes. Come. Basically took me under his wing, and we started doing shows together. And then we started doing Section 8 is Ballin' on Friday nights, main room at the Laugh Lounge. And that took off. It was going really, really good. But the lady from down there, her name was Delilah. She didn't like the fact that I was hosting a prime spot, the 10 p.m. show. Like, why is this new guy hosting the 10 p.m. spot when I got all these big dogs in here? She said that in front of me. And I was like, what? Ask them who the fuck I am. They know me because I was already getting, like a little bit of popularity within comedians, not even with the crowd. Just comedians knew me. Mm-hmm. So I was already like, because I'm like, why is this lady trying to block me? So she comes down and says, I'm going to grade your set. I'm like, all right, grade my set. Whatever.
She was the owner or something?
She was the owner.
Oh, okay. So she mattered.
In the comedy Bible, they name her as the godmother of comedy.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how true that is because I didn't see that. Somebody told me this, But if you have that book, check it out. Her name is Delilah. Anyway, she comes back and she's like, you got a B-. I didn't like your joke about the deaf mute. I'm like, it's a fucking joke. So I have this joke about a deaf mute. I had a deaf mute who used to come to my job and we used to but write notes to each other until we understood. And then one day he came and asked for me while I was on lunch. And this nigga was like, like, what the fuck does that translate into? It's like, where's the elephant? Like, so it was about discrimination on fat people, the joke. Because I'm like, here you got a guy who can't talk or hear, but he's calling me fat. So
where's the fat guy?
That's how he asked for me. So
she didn't like that.
Yeah, she didn't like the joke. Anyway, whatever. From there, That's Dominican starts taking off. And we're going viral every video. no less than 30,000 views. Obviously, we start traveling. We start traveling to the Dominican Republic. So now I got to translate my jokes from English to Spanish.
Hell yeah.
You know, because I'm like...
Was that difficult? I actually asked Vinci about that. And he said it's a little tricky.
Some jokes don't translate.
At all. Don't even bother.
Don't try. You know, they're not going to work from either language.
Yeah.
If you have something really good in Spanish, it might not work in English. If you have something really good in English, it might not work in Spanish. But what I started to do was slowly pick up, you know, I was doing characters and stuff like that. And I would make the set based on the character and what I think would work for that character. So I also wrote a set where it was me, Manny, and D. Espinal all together. So we would be all three on stage. And we had it like, you know when you go and you know when you go, you know, and I'll be like saying the topics or whatever or how we structured the show.
Yeah. No, but the beautiful thing is, like you said, what people say about you, what was it about Imagine, or what do you think now that you understand the business? He comes up a lot as well, and he sees the talent, you know, he sees it, and he did the same thing with For the Money. You know, you guys went and not, you know, like you got it. Like, what is that? Because being funny is being funny.
Being relatable to what he told me was, you come from where I come from. Basically, he was a street dude who stopped being in the street to do entertainment. Mm-hmm. And I was, like I told you, I was in the same path. I was going to be in jail, you know, and from jail, I decided I'm not going to be in jail. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. I want this. You know, I want like a serious path. I had a job. My job got a letter saying, you know, your employee is a felon. Oh. You know, you can't employ him anymore. I used to work for the Department of Labor. Yeah. And I'm getting fired now based on an open case that I got. You know, I can't function. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get money. I don't want to go back to the street. You know, I have to find something that's going to keep me, you know, safe.
Been busy.
Safe.
Away from the bullshit.
Safe. And that was it. You know, stand-up was it. Yeah. Now, you see how a lot of people be like, oh, I didn't make money till I was 8 years in the game. Or I didn't make money till I was 9 years in the game. That was happening to me too. That was going to happen. But I started to produce. And as you produce, if you find someone to help you, like a restaurant or a club, like I did with Luna, thank you to Cesar, who believed in me, you know, that's how I started making money. Because I had a weekly. So I was able to come home with $400 or $500 every week, you know, and that was my base pay. Yeah. You know, so yeah, there's a lot of people out here, oh, nah, I make 30 grand in a weekend. Okay, that's great. But you got to establish yourself to 30 grand in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, if you could have a weekly, you know, that you produce and you pay other comics to come, you'll gain what I gained, which was I was making money and I gained popularity because I would book comics that were more popular than me. So their crowd would come. If I booked Ruperto Vanderpool, you know what I'm saying? Ruperto Vanderpool fans are coming to see me too.
Hello.
Because I'm hosting the show.
That's right.
So I'm killing. You know what I'm saying? I got Kareem Green coming on. I got Omar Thompson coming on. I got Imagine coming on. All these headliners from all around the city. I got I had Tony Woods one time. Like it was like, you know, I had legends come by. Mm-hmm. You know, then I got Presidente, which was also Cesar's spot. And there I lasted 3 years. You know, every Wednesday, packed. No less than 120 people. You know? Now, if there was an off night, what was the call? The call was, if there's 12 people here, we have a show. Doesn't matter. And since I would pay the budget, you know, so I could book whoever. You were getting paid and you were going to have food and everything. It was a great spot, you know, and it's urban. It's not like a comedy club. A comedy club will pay you $35 for a set.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
But in New York, you could survive off of, you know, $50 sets if you do it the right way. Get on the train, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no Uber.
Do 6 spots.
Yeah.
You got $150 in one day.
Hello.
You know? So you got to know how to do it. You can't be out here doing whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because in LA, I saw this much. If you don't have something on TV or you're not a paid actor right now, you can't survive off a stand-up. You can't. Because you could do this spot right here, and then the next spot is an hour away driving. Ya lo que tú te ganaste aquí, tú lo vas a gastar en gasolina allí.
Yep. It's not New York is so our city is so good because you could jump around with train, bus.
We have so many spots within bus and train distance, even walking distance.
100%.
Because you could do before, you could do Broadway, you could do Caroline's, Hot Comedy Club, and Stand Up New York. Or you could walk to all of these and take the train to this one.
$50, chilling. 35, whatever.
$50 spots. $50 spots. Yo, you going on 6:30 over here. You going at 7 right here. You calculate the spots. And yo, I gotta make it to the next spot. Yo, put me up first. You know,
you gotta start negotiating.
Come in, boom, 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 boom. You do your spot, get your money, get out, go to the next one. You know, but people wanna, you know. People think that they're going to put up a clip of their stand-up on Instagram and they're going to go viral one shot. It's not going to happen. It's not going to, very rare. Very rare. And by the time that happens, you probably have 3 or 4 years doing stand-up. Because you gotta master it. You got to perform. You know, you can't do it one time and then just think you're going to be the next Kevin Hart. It's not going to happen. You got to really go out there and do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through the bombs. You got to go through stone face. I call it stone face. So you ever go, or you haven't done stand-up, but there's times where comics will go up on stage, right? And right in the front row, there's a stone face person. This person's not cracking a smile. They're not laughing. They don't even really want to look at you. They just...
Stone face. And
you do your best joke. Everyone's dying except that one person. You like, what happens to you? You know what you do? You concentrating on this motherfucking stone face. Because you want to crack that face. You want to crack a laugh.
Yeah.
You don't want... I don't care that everybody's laughing. I'm caring why the fuck you so fucking serious. You know, like, ¿qué te pasa? So now... your head, you either attack it and go personal, like I've done sometimes. Tú estás bien. Te dejaron. You know, like, you going through a breakup or something? Like, what's going on? Why you not laughing? You just came out of jail? You know, like, something. You know, but or if not, you ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, I've ignored it because most of the time I'm hosting. But I tell the guys when I come back, you know, when I go backstage, yo, there's a stone face, first row. You know, there's a stone face to the left. You know, because I'm like, yo, ¿pa qué tú viniste?
Why you here, motherfucker?
Why you here? You know, so why the fuck you here? You're not gonna come to laugh.
You know what's crazy? That when I go to comedy shows,
you the stone face?
No, I do this just to make them feel better. I swear to God, I do not want them to.
That's better. That's better than,
I'm like,
than just staying there. Yo, I had an old man turn around on me, bro. The whole crowd, let's say the whole crowd is facing this way. He started going like this. He went like this. Se quedó así.
No, motherfucker.
The whole show. The whole show. And then I tell Ivan, I'm like, Iván, hay un viejito. He's like, yo lo vi ya. Yo lo vi. And I ended up asking him something. I don't know what it was. It was in Connecticut. We was in Connecticut. He just turned to the side, bro. And I'm like,
that's worse than Stoneface.
My mind is blown by this because I'm like, who bring this old man over here? You know? And I didn't know if it was because he didn't know English, so I started doing shit in Spanish. He still didn't turn around and laugh. I'm like, what the Pero, you know, you're going to get all types of crowds and you're going to have to handle a bunch of different situations. There's like people who heckle. A heckler could happen, you know?
You got to be ready for that shit.
And you got to be ready for that shit. Now you got to talk to this person. I had some bitch say, mira, ahora que tú vas a cantar. Bitch, you didn't see the flyer? Yo no voy a cantar. I'm not singing here. I came to do stand-up, you know? She's like, ay, sí, pero pon la música. Now I got to talk to this bitch because...
You got to kill time now.
Yeah, because now she's telling me to put music on. I'm like, who the fuck told you I was... Like, what do you... Did you not... You paid $30 to come in here. You know that? You saw my face right there? You came to see me. Like, what's going on? She said, oh, I want to dance. I said, come up here. Come.
Now you're part of the show, bitch. Come on.
Yeah, no, I said, come up here. Let's dance.
DJ, put it up.
I danced a whole bachata with this bitch. Mid-show.
You had to make it work.
Yo, and I'm like, oh my God, she's not quitting. I told her, if you lose your steps, si yo te pierdo, you gotta shut up for the rest of the show. She's like, and if I win, she's like, if you lose, you gotta put the music on and leave it on. I'm like, fine. And we danced till I had to tell the DJ, like, yo, shut it off. Like, the bitch is not quitting. So she's like, I won. I'm like, no, you didn't. You did not win. Tú no me hiciste perder a mí. Like, I was with you the whole time. And she's like, oh, but you didn't lose me. Exactly. So shut up. Shut up for the rest of the show.
You know who did that? Nueva York did that. And DRV, you wasn't there. You're gonna. By the way, the host for the DRP versus PR Part 2, the host is here.
Yeah.
The first one,
March 8th.
March 8th, I got my ticket, baby.
Nice.
I got to bring mom. She's in love with Nueva York. She loves this,
yeah?
She loves this motherfucker.
That's so cool.
So yeah, no, he knows already. Oh, Benito otra vez. They hug and take pictures and shit. So yeah, we in there March 8th. But the first one, there was a fucking girl in the back.
She wanted to dance.
And no, she just kept saying, Avanza dice whatever the fuck. And he was like, shut up. You know, he started doing New York shit. He started calling her Sin Teta.
Sin Teta.
Sin Teta. So you know, he brought her to the stage to do the how you rap to a girl in English and Spanish. So you know what? Come on, you're a part of the show now because she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Right.
Even my mom was like, why is she still? I'm like, Mom, she's probably drinking. So Sin Teta. No, you remember that. Sin Teta.
Yeah.
But so it happened.
Heckle, whatever. Yo, there's, like I told you, I was telling you when we first met up, Quilladamente, may she rest in peace. Went on stage, bombed terribly. She wanted to delete her page. She only had 30,000 at that time. Mm-hmm. I told her, no, you can't quit. You got to keep going. This is part of the process. You got to keep going. And she made it to the point where she was filling up auditoriums. You know, she passed away and, you know, that's just God's will. You don't know what's going to happen. But she didn't quit. You know, she didn't quit. I told her, you know, don't quit. And I tell everybody that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people that be like, yo, todo el mundo te ha pasado por encima. Like, everybody's past me.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one's past nothing. I'm better than yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's all I got to worry about. Me being better than yesterday. Whatever's happening with somebody else, that's great for them.
I helped them and God bless them.
God bless them. You know what I'm saying? That's great. I'm not concerned with.
Not competing.
Yeah, I'm not competing with nobody. That's not what I care about. I care about me being able to be one of the best in the industry that I'm in, you know, and continue to give joy and bring laughs and be witty, you know, as I continue this journey to financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about, you know, because at the end of the day, you just got to feed yourself.
That's it.
You know? That's not.
Y dormir bien.
If you can feed yourself, you're good.
Hell yeah. But let's talk about why your name keeps coming up. And obviously, for the money, we spoke about that already. Chris Grant said that the black crowd, he went to the black crowd first, y lo mataron. And then he said that he found you and you brought him to the other side, the Spanish crowd.
Yeah.
And he had so many Dominican jokes because he grew up in that.
Oh my God.
So he killed, and then I guess you shaped him up or you helped him.
Chris was like a golden nugget, right? So I was in Florida the first time he reached out. And I said, yo, go to my spot. Go to my spot. I'm doing a show in Florida, but you can still go. And my friend D. Espinal is there. He's hosting tonight. Go check him out. He'll know what to do. So he put him up. Calls me. Yo, Tommy, the guy, Chris, he killed in here. He destroyed. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. So in those times, I still had Imagine filling in for me when I was traveling sometimes. But that day I had D fill in.
Yeah.
And D's very Dominican. So I guess his crowd came that night, you know. And it was, you know, Presidente packed. It's a small room, so it would get packed with 80 people.
Okay.
But you fit 120, you know. So it would be shoulder to shoulder in there.
Hell yeah.
You know. And I guess it was one of those nights where it was packed, you know, because I had regulars that came every Wednesday. It was a set spot. Wednesday night, eso estaba lleno.
Yeah.
So when he tells me, yo, he killed whatever, I call Chris back. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing blank this day? You know, I booked him this time. It wasn't a free spot. You know, I booked him.
Guest spot or whatever.
When he came and I saw and I hosted and I saw what he did, I was like, oh man, I got to do something with this guy.
Yeah.
Because he knows Spanish. And it was such a surprise for me for him to be like, oh, I was in a cab and the cab, you know, he said, for you, $50. And he's like, $50? ¿Y por qué tanto? And he was like, oh, ¿tú eres dominicano? Sí, tú sabes, yo soy de ahí, de Nagua, de La Loma. And I'm like, oh, how he know, you know, like how he knows this, you know, he knew a little bit of geography.
Yeah.
You know, like he knew something about the map in Dominican Republic. And I was like, all right, got him. Mm-hmm. So I knew it had to be something I also used for the acting and the skits and whatever. And he's the HR in La Factoria.
No, that's amazing. So what did he mean by he wasn't ready for the black crowd?
I don't think that he wasn't ready. I think that it was just that his material needed to be sharpened. And by coming to Presidente, he was able to, you know, do jokes that maybe he was limited to, you know, in the black crowd or in a room like Smokey's room or, you know, a room like Salsa con Fuego with Rob, you know, Rob Stapleton. Mm-hmm. You know, you might be limited to a certain amount of time or something. I put him as a headliner. You know, I let him close the show, give him 40 minutes. You know, he did all his stuff. So he was able to get it off his chest, you know what I'm saying? Get a nice feel of what it is to do some time on stage. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, look, one of my friends passed away, Angelo Lozada, amazing comedian. Before I could do his room, he passed away. He never let me do his room. And I used to be like, damn, Angelo, like, when am I gonna do? We used to be booked out of town, in town, all over the place. He would never book me for his show. And I'm like, yo, when you gonna let me do your room? He's like, Tommy, you cheated. Like, what you mean? He's like, you got the internet. He's like, we didn't have the internet. We had to do shows all over the place. We had to do shows in delis in order to get our name out. He's like, you haven't done the legwork. And I'm like, bro, I'm headlining everywhere. I've headlined Caroline's. How come I haven't done your room? He's like, because you're not there yet. And it was that type of time before where you couldn't have a guy from the internet just come on and be a headliner. You know what I'm saying? I had to work hard to be a headliner. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just because I put ass in the seats, which is what's happening now. You could have somebody who becomes really funny today, they go viral, and all of a sudden they have a packed auditorium. You know what I'm saying? Whether it goes well or not, whether they're funny or not, I don't know. But guess what? The club likes them asses in the seats.
Money.
They don't care if you're funny. You filled that room up, come again. How many times can you do it? 5?
Exactly.
5 it is.
5 it is.
You know? Because that's all they care about. They don't care if the show was great. If the people leave like, boo, that shit was terrible. The comedy club has nothing to do with that. They don't care. They don't have to promote them again. They don't have to care. You know what I'm saying? That's a past show, past event. Everybody got paid. Everybody, you came to see the show? Yeah. All right, so you paid for it.
No, that keeps coming up. And me, like the consumer, right? My for example, with my mom, right? When I bought the DR versus PR ticket, right? I said, "Yo, Ma, you want to come with me?" My girl was coming with us. She said, "Who's gonna be there?" I said, "Oh, Da Vinci, no, yeah. Is that the big guy? Yeah, I want to go." Done. Ass in the seat.
Boom. That's it.
Ass in the seat.
That's it.
But
does she know if he's funny on stage?
Nothing at all.
She don't know nothing. So it's an adventure.
It's an adventure.
You know what I'm saying? But the clubs love it. Why?
They love it.
Because it's asses in the seats. And they don't have to share the alcohol. That money is all theirs. You know what I'm saying? The comedian might get the door, pero si tú te bebiste $200 ahí adentro, eso para el club.
Yep.
And that's only one of you. So imagine if you got 70, 80, 90, 100 people spending $200. They lit.
But the good thing is, in Nueva York's case, that he actually
He's funny.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Da Vinci, even
He's funny.
when he was here, he mentioned it.
He's funny.
Yeah. But he even said in the beginning, Chris helped him, you helped him.
Everyone has to get used to being on stage because there's no edits in real life.
There's no, babe, let's do that over again.
No.
Come out the kitchen, turn around. No, stage.
Hold on. Yo lo voy a hacer de nuevo.
Introduce me again. You can't do that.
Nah, you make me laugh now. You
So
know what I'm saying? So
it's working out.
you gotta, of course it's working out, man. Look, I had Tommy 5000 and friends, right? And that was selling out for a long time. But all those guys are not doing comedy anymore, except for Ivan, who's doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was doing the characters and having Ivan host. That died out after a bit, and they stole all my characters. Somebody stole my characters, the wigs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They stole it. I never really got everybody back. Like, I got some of the characters back, but I haven't been able to ensemble the family, which is what I used to do. Mm-hmm. Then we started this tour, Laughing Vibes, and Da Vinci's on this tour. I don't know what happened within the last 3 to 4 months. We've switched from Nueva York being the headliner to letting Da Vinci headline. And I'm telling you, when this is like our modern day Elvis. Yo, the women that are showing up to these shows because Da Vinci's on the lineup. Put it like this: 2 days ago they were in Tampa, only him and Nueva York, right?
Mm-hmm.
My friends from Tampa hit me up. Yo, I thought you were on the show tonight. I'm like, nah. They're like, oh, we came to see Da Vinci because we came to his last show. They followed Da Vinci. Now, this is a crew of like 8 girls. And they're all, sending me pictures and shit with Da Vinci and Nueva York. And they're like, yo, we here, we miss you, we love you, whatever. And I'm like, it's crazy that he's pulling these people out of their house because these girls will probably not go.
That's a fact. just for the picture, they're going.
They're going.
And to laugh, obviously.
They're going to see him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's been amazing seeing his growth on stage. There's jokes, like, there's one joke that I told him, I said, listen, you can't stop doing that joke. That joke is, A1. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what is it? He's like, oh, un Dominicano, like a Dominican he'll ask you a question and answer it himself.
It's a fact.
And, tú vas, tú no vas. Like,
it's true.
And I'm like, yo, that shit is so fucking real. Like, simple, quick, easy punchline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, like these things are genius. Simple things that he got. He has this one thing where he's saying that his mother's like, you still talk to my ex.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna stop talking to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And these little things, I'm like, yo, do this right here. Do this right here. And he's been applying the little things that I've told him, and the shit is taking off insane. He's doing 40 minutes. Da Vinci didn't have 40 minutes when he started this tour.
I don't know. But like you said, you got to learn. What was it about, because you came up yesterday when I called, or I texted you yesterday with Splu. What started the brown sugar? Why did you start that?
Brown sugar was way after. It was like 2 years after Presidente. I had just came back from the tour that I was doing in LA, and Electro, which is the guy who worked at Presidente as a manager, he had brown sugar. So I started the contest. The first winner was Black Rose. The official winner was Black Rose, but she didn't go on tour either. So when I did the tour, and when I did the contest in Presidente, the winner originally was Ivan. He went on the tour, and he did all the 5 states, and then he's still doing comedy till this day. Mm-hmm. Then Presidente finished. Nobody else won. I went to Brown Sugar. I started the contest there, and Black Rose won. But I don't know what happened. I really don't know, honestly. COVID happened.
Oh, okay.
COVID happened, and we never went on tour with her. She never went on the tour.
But how, you had to win like what, 6 nights or 7?
Seven straight.
She won 7 straight?
She won 7 straight.
Wow.
She won 7 straight. It's crazy because
you told that story too in the interview about the contest.
So Nueva York won, and no one else dared to face him.
To battle?
Nobody wanted to battle. So he won one time, and no one wanted to come back.
I think he mentioned that, yeah.
No one wanted to come back to join the contest.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, you won. That's it.
Forfeit.
Yeah, it's forfeit. So he didn't do the 7 weeks.
Okay.
He just did 1 week, but nobody wanted to compete against him again. So then when I started the contest again, he tried to come back. I was like, no. You won. You're good.
You're discouraging people. Get out of here.
You're messing up my shit. So he was good. He was like, sorry, I'm trying to. All right, there we go. Yeah. He was distracting. It was a distraction for people to see Nueva York. he didn't have competition. You know.
No, his. I was with him on Indictment Loft. Chris Grant had a show, and they were there, and we just chilling, bro. And the nigga's just funny regular.
Yo, he was roasting everybody in the competition. You know, he was.
He's what do you call that? Because
crowd work.
You got so he's a master at that.
He's the master.
Now they say people say
that's not stand up.
That's not stand up, and
not.
he doesn't have structure and like.
He has a set.
Okay, so there's different ways.
He has a
you
set.
got Jim Carrey, you got Eddie Murphy, you got Kevin Hart. They're all different, but are these fucking people laughing? That's what we want, right? Oh no. Even the guy with the carrot top nigga with the fucking props and shit.
The ultimate goal is just to make them laugh.
Yeah, because
you know,
the guy
whether it's at the expense of somebody you roasting or not.
Yeah.
You know, if you came with a story and the story's funny, great. But if you made something up on the spot like Sinteta, hey, Sinteta, you know, and that made everyone laugh, you good. Now, if you offended the person and you offended the crowd, and you lost them. Now you're bombing. You need to go back to your set, brother, because you bombing.
Bro, this nigga, I was in Sobro. We was in Sobro, Jimmy's new spot, by the way. I don't know if you've been there, I think, a couple of times, but I went there with mom, same thing. He's talking, he's fucking with the girl. Her phone rings. Pick it up. He grabs the phone. Nigga, he didn't fucking know the phone was gonna ring.
Yeah.
He made 5 minutes out of that shit.
Yeah.
It was the girl. It was the girl's daughter was calling to ask her mother what floor tiles, what color. The nigga used all of that in just 5 minutes.
Seconds of picking up a phone, and now he has material.
That's it.
Hello, how you doing?
Yep.
What you calling for?
Yep. 100%.
Whatever. Yeah.
He's a master at that shit.
He had a girl at we did a show in Brooklyn, and her man is sick, and he calls, and he picks up the phone. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo? Ajá, seguro. Pon la cámara, ve. Ahora tú estás de que malo. Like, you know, like, and it's like, he had a full conversation with this dude, and everybody's rolling, and she's rolling, and
that's what we want. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's like, what more entertainment do you need?
He's a master at that. God bless Nueva York, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Nueva York. Man.
So now, you
he told you how we met?
No, I haven't interviewed him yet.
Oh, okay. So
how'd you find him?
He comes to one of my shows. He came to 2 shows. He came to one show. He takes a couple pictures with me. I knew who he was, but I didn't know.
Was he lit already?
No, he was doing videos though, and he would tag me. He would tag me every day
Diablo.
on his videos. So he wanted me to see them.
Yeah.
And then he came to the Yonkers Comedy Club, and this time I knew who he was. So I told him, I'm like, yo, you the one that's been tagging me in them whack ass videos? And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, listen, you're funny. You just can't do everything everybody else is doing. You got to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are funny. I could tell that you're funny. You just need to find your niche as to what's going to bring people to you and let them conform themselves to you.
Was he doing Poppy already?
No.
Okay.
That's why he started doing Poppy.
Ah.
You understand? So what he was doing was he was doing Dominicans be like, or, moms be like. He had a big ass dress he was wearing. I'm like, you don't need to be in a dress, bro. Like,
you don't need that.
You don't need it.
And other people have done that, so.
No. It was just that he didn't need to do it.
That's a big fucking dress.
That's a big ass dress.
That's a big fucking
dress. He had a big ass dress. He has those on his Instagram still. If you go all the way down to the beginning of his Instagram, you can find those videos. And I don't think they were whack. I might have said that fucked up.
Yeah.
When I told him, but I just wanted to help him. Yeah. And I told him, yo, come meet with me Thursdays at LMP, and we're gonna do some skits. And we're gonna get you into editing and stuff like that. And he never really got into it. He cared more about the one shot. You know, and if you look at all his videos, they're one shot.
Yeah.
There's no editing. There's no coming back. Poppy's doing this.
It's rolling. That's it.
It's rolling and then it ends.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's, great. And it took off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Did I care to jump on? I didn't care. I just wanted him to do stand-up. I'm like, this is where the money's at, right here. Stand-up. Let's do this. And he agreed, and here we are. We travel.
No, because you guys and I hit up Joel before, and I told him, like, yo, man, your team is strong right now, bro, and it's a beautiful thing, that you guys are like you said, just the way it's for you.
Yeah, the chemistry is amazing, bro. You got Ivan, he's born in Dominican Republic, and he came here at 9 years old.
I met him in Dykeman. He's a cool dude.
He gives you a lot of Dominicanness. He's a gamer. You got me.
He loves that. He loves that Call of Duty shit.
Oh yeah. I give you, being born and raised here and knowing our culture. You got Da Vinci,
Elvis.
He's Elvis, and then you got Nueva York, and he's going to blow your mind based on the fact that he's just meeting you and he can, figure you out. ¿Qué tú haces? What you do for a living? Oh yeah, that's what you do. How'd you meet her? Oh, she was helping you with the light. Like, anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
He's off the top.
He's just off the top,
Freestyle.
Freestyle king.
100%. What do you guys have a order, or y'all switch the order when
we usually do it like that. Well, now we're letting Da Vinci close.
Yeah.
Because he gets all screams from the ladies.
Yeah.
So it works, but it's usually Ivan, me, Da Vinci, Nueva York. It depends. Either me or Ivan might host. So it depends.
No, that I love, and like I said, I follow all of you. What was it like? Y'all went to the Capitol, right? What was that?
What
was that?
The
about?
Capitol.
I'm
that
like,
was Dominicans on the Hill. Adriano Espaillat. He has this yearly thing that he does. I guess this was going to be the last year. So he invited a whole bunch of influencers and just people that are in government that are Dominican. And a lot of Dominican politicians were there.
No, that was beautiful.
And I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that there was so many Dominican politicians, So in America.
Yeah.
So, some people got awards. You had Alafoque there.
Yeah.
We did a video about the eggs. I came up with a little script real quick. I'm like, let's do this. And they didn't believe in it.
The girl kept laughing. She couldn't do it.
They didn't believe in it. They didn't believe in what I was telling them. And I'm like, don't worry. When I edit it, it'll be okay. Because they were like, oh, eso no salió bien. I'm like, no te apures. When it came out, the shit went viral. And it was a dumb idea, but about eggs. But you gotta think about it, bro. Mira, look at the society we in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think there was gonna be a time where there was cops looking for bandits that stole $40,000 worth of eggs?
Nope. That's a fact.
You mean to tell me there was a heist? There was an egg heist?
The egg heist.
¿Tú te imaginas? These niggas trying to get away, don't crack them.
That's a fact.
Like, it's crazy the world we in right now. Like, you got
17.99, I think. Or
18 variations of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one pair of eggs. That's it. There was only eggs. Now you got eggs que no se cayeron. These eggs are free range. You got these eggs they're low in cholesterol. How you know? How you know they low in cholesterol? Like, what you talking about, bro? They got different prices. They start at $6, go all the way to $20. Who's buying $20 eggs?
That's a fact.
Who's buying $20 eggs, my G? Like, if you divide it by 12, how much is that?
I got my
per
GD.
egg.
I got my GD. I can't do that.
How much is $20 divided by 12? Yo, it's a lot. It's over $1 an egg. It's close to $1 an egg or something.
$1. No, the material now with the eggs is amazing. Speaking of material, you are like the skits you've done. You've worked with everybody. I've seen you with every fucking body. I imagine the Jamaican shit, fucking the cop coming in, Ken Stars. You know what I'm saying? You work with Ken.
Yeah, I work with Ken on the regular.
Yeah, so I've seen that.
Yeah.
Have you done anything with Chicken Maleni?
I did something with Chicklet. I did a couple things with Chicklet. I've never done anything with Maleni, but Chicklet and me have done a few videos.
Because those you guys stick together, right?
Yeah, well,
if you popping and I'm popping,
this is the thing, right?
Is there a meeting? Is there a secret meeting?
Nah. Because I know everybody, right? Because you gotta remember, like, it's like they say, I'm one of the pioneers of the YouTube thing, But choosing to work is simple. If it's gonna be funny, let's do it. I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not funny, then why are we doing this? Because it's supposed to be entertainment.
100%.
I don't want to force nothing. I don't want to.
You can see it. You can see force. You can see fake. You can see all that shit.
I don't care. I don't care for it. You know what I'm saying? I work with funny. Si no vamos a reír, we're gonna laugh. We have a good idea. Let's do it. There's people that be like, oh, I don't follow trends, or I don't, I don't do I do anything if it's funny. Like, the no sé qué pasó. Those?
Mm-hmm.
I did that. There's people that choose not to do those. There's people, the Kendrick Lamar dance. Why not? It's content.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna be funny, it's gonna be funny. Forcing things is not good. You know what I'm saying? There's people that just want to be in a video. There's people that just want popularity, so they could have sex with women, stuff like that. Yeah, people want groupies.
Why? And let me ask you a question. And not to throw names out there, because we're not here to say someone could do it and someone can't do it. Have you ran into the content creators that tried to hit the stage, bombed, and ran back to IG fast because they couldn't handle it? Or they didn't even want to, or maybe they didn't even try?
I'm not going to say they didn't handle it, but for example, you mentioned Ken.
Yeah.
I tell Ken all the time, come on, Ken, let's do stand-up. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Now, he'll host a whole party on the microphone, but he won't go do a comedy club. It just happened to not be his thing. He's fucking funny.
But he don't want. He don't want to. He didn't want to. It is what it is.
But he don't like. Yeah, he don't like stand up. I don't know. He doesn't like it. Radel didn't want to do stand up. Radel didn't want to do. He used to curve me all the time. Oh, no, not today. I don't know. I used to call him weeks in advance. Yo, the 15th. I'll let you know.
And he now his shit comes up on my feed all the time, and I don't know if it's new or they play old shit, but the shit that he comes up with, him and his sister, his mom, bro, is fucking epic.
Yeah,
epic. He's right now. You
know what I love? I love how he'll just be home thinking about this stuff, because I'm like, yo.
Bro, the habichuela con dulce, that's my favorite. The habichuela con dulce is my favorite.
Just when he starts the whole the country guy.
That country shit is good.
Then the Game of Thrones. These concepts. There's just
walking around with the bodyguard. You can't talk to me no more.
Yeah,
I'm verified. You can't talk to me.
Oh my God, that was fucking beautiful.
With the secretary.
Yo, nah. My all-time favorite Radel video is the one de la sociedad.
What's that?
The susu. You know what a susu is?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that one. I know what a sociedad is.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
gets money or some shit.
Yeah. His mother's asking for money to join the susu.
Yeah.
And he's like, Ma, yo estaba aquí con mi paz y tranquilidad. en nombre de Cristo. Like, y tú vienes a hablarme de un dinero. Like, you know, and it's like, yo, this is real because you could be home and your mom just comes asks you for something.
That's real shit.
Like, yo, don't bother my peace with this BS.
No, he's
But,
doing.
yeah,
You went to the show.
To his United Palace show?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What did you see him? Because you just said he was dubbing you, and then he finished
All right,
fucking United Palace.
so-
What did that mean to you?
But that was a proud moment for me. Bro, I took this guy by the hand to his first stand-up ever in life.
Ever in life?
He did 12 minutes. And he studied that 12 minutes for a year
Wow.
and came up with an hour. And when he did the City Winery, his first stand-up, I was there. And I saw this guy do an hour. And I was fucking astonished. Like, yo, you did an hour? You only had 12 minutes. You did an hour. He had a rough 12 minutes. Something he came up with that day. Because when I called him, it was the new year, like that. Boom. New year had just passed. And I told him, he said, Tommy, this year, I want to do stand-up. I said, not this year, today.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it today. Come today. We're gonna go to the Bronx. We're gonna go to Havana Cafe, and you're gonna get on stage. And he was like, today? I'm like, today. So I'll see you in a little bit. Meet you at 7. Hung up on him. He's like, oh, like, damn, this nigga hung up on me. You know? He calls me back. He's like, you sure? I said, yep. 7 o'clock. Meet me right here. I sent him the address. He came through with both his sisters. No, wait. Who came with him? One of his sisters was there for sure, the older one. No, they were all there. Except for his mom. It was the 2 sisters and him. They came. Boom. And I told Imagine, I said, yo, Imagine, I'm going to bring Ravel so you can give him some time on stage. He goes, all right, cool. I go, boom, gave him 12 minutes. He rocked. I was so happy.
12 minutes is a long time.
I was so happy. No, he didn't give him 12 minutes. He just gave him time, stage time. Yeah. But he got off in 12.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. I was like, yes. Because, see, if he would have bombed, he wouldn't have liked it. He probably would have never done it again.
Yeah.
The fact that it went well and it was funny, and these were his jokes that he came up with that day, you know, it gave it a flourish. Now, yeah, he's bombed elsewhere, you know?
Yeah.
But his first time
You need the first time to be good.
That first
or at
time.
least okay.
He needed to, it needed to be.
Because then you got to talk. Then you got to bring him back. Then you got to do more phone calls. Come on, let's do
Yeah,
it. You didn't want to do that.
No,
you didn't want to do that.
So I was happy that it went good. And then look, yo, you see that you said Chris Grant told you that they went around the whole summer.
Yeah,
they really toured all summer to different places. They even went to places I haven't been to, you know, to do stand up. And I was just like, yo, this is great. I'm proud. You know, they called me to do the Stress Factory. One day, Chris couldn't go. He couldn't host. So I went and I did the Stress Factory with them in Jersey. And I saw this crowd. He was like, yo, this show wasn't even supposed to be on. This was added. 330 people showed up.
damn.
I was like, what you mean? So these people didn't have tickets before today? Like, this show got added yesterday.
Well, that's what he brings.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. And he was doing that hour, you know? And it's flawless. Like, I saw it at United Palace. It's flawless. Oh, somebody called me. Tommy, Radel's tickets are... I forgot the number they said.
Like 100 or some shit?
I think they said 140 something.
Yeah.
He goes, is it worth it? I said, yo, he's doing an hour, man, and it's a solid hour. It's funny.
And he got guessed.
You know, and he has guests, you know. They're
And
like,
surprises.
oh, let me see. I'm like, yeah, no, it's worth it. It's worth it. He's good. They're like, all right, I don't know if the call was a setup to see if I would have been like, 100 and what? No, no. But I can't hate. I know funny. I know funny, and funny is funny, and I give it up to whoever's funny.
And I hope that's proof that IG shit that doesn't exist, because
No, because some people are naturals, man. Some people you gotta understand. There's people that's gonna have it. Some people don't. Like you can act.
Even the podcast shit.
You could act.
Yeah.
You could act, right? But when it comes time to be like, all right, it's like songwriters. There's some people that are songwriters, right? But you can't be like, freestyle for me. They're gonna freeze because they don't have that. They have to sit down. They have to think about it. They have to, what I'm saying? And it's like putting someone on the spot. Yo, baila ahora. Like, in front of all these people? Nah, I'm not doing that. There's rappers that be like, you want me to grab the microphone here? Nah.
But Jay-Z's sitting over there. Yeah, we want you to rap in front of Jay-Z.
Nah, let's go to the studio.
Let's go.
He's like, nah, nigga.
Right now.
Right now. This is where you got to do it. So there's people that naturally have it. Some people don't. And being scared is a thing that I've learned recently. You're scared of something that hasn't happened.
That's a fact.
You're scared of something that hasn't happened. Nothing's happened. Why are you scared? But we have built-in fear, And I remember the first time, it's like I told him, yo, right after his show, I said, I didn't want to tell you this before the show. I wanted to show you after so you could have a good show. And you had a good show already, okay? So here. And I showed him a picture of me on stage at the United Palace. And I told him, I did this before you. Yo soy tu papá.
Hold that.
I am your father. And he was like, oh, I was like, don't worry. This is before there was Instagram. This is before there was any, I did the United Palace too. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at no one who progresses. I want everybody there's enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Back to that person that said that they passing you.
Right.
Like, good.
Good. Let them pass. Ralph Barbosa probably has 20-something years doing comedy. People just seeing him now. A lot of these guys are, before Kevin Hart got famous, he did 20, 30 years of stand-up. That people didn't know who they were, until they started doing movies and stuff like that. Because that's what really pops you off, the movies and the shows and whatever, Now I have La Factoria. I want that to be my pop-off, hopefully. I got the second season coming now, We got over 100,000 views on the first season right now. So it's looking good, It's looking good. It's a thing, what you call it?
Timing?
Work in progress. El tiempo de Dios perfecto. Yeah, Jesus' time is perfect. But let me tell you something. Right now, I got a bunch of songs coming out. What's happening? In the pandemic, nobody wanted to meet up to do skits. And we had access to a studio. We had a studio right next door. We started doing parody songs. The guy goes to me, yo, you writing these? I say, yeah. He goes, bro, these could be secular records. These could be good for radio. Why are you making them parodies? Why are you using beats that aren't original? Use original beats. And I'm like, you got original beats? He's like, yeah. So we started using his beats. A lot of these songs are coming out now. And they sound good.
The one that I keep reposting, that shit is hilarious.
Which one is that one? The Big Papi?
The one that she asked for sour cream.
Oh, God.
Yo, I reposted that shit like 3 times already, bro.
Bro, and that's just a tease. That's a tease because the song is called Big Papi.
Yeah.
That's what do I call it? So that video is gonna be filmed March 18th. And after the video's filmed and edited or whatever, then it's gonna drop the song. So the song hasn't dropped. But I was doing a photo shoot for that clothing line. And they asked me if I wanted music, and I put my phone on the speaker.
Yeah.
So every time one of my verses would come up, I would rap it, and they were recording video.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it. They sent me all the raps that I did,
Yeah.
and I'm putting the songs over them, so they look like a music video.
Hilarious. I love it. That shit gives me. I repost it and I'm like, kill it, Tom, whatever. And I knew you was coming, so like when people coming, I use like their shit. I don't say anything, but then like after today, then I'm gonna be like, after we take a picture with her, I'm like coming soon. And they probably gonna be like, damn, you got Tommy too? Papi, this is open to whoever wants to fuck with me, tell their story. Like I said, Nueva York, he's on his way. We discussing how we're gonna
do you focus on only getting comedians? Is that a thing for you?
No. No, I had a guy, we got DJs. I got a guy that came out of jail. I did a prison reform. On my live today, that same guest is we doing a group IG because what's going on upstate right now with the Sing Sing. So I focus on different.
What's happening in Sing Sing?
The CEOs are on strike.
Why?
They money, safety. So now the prisoners are all locked down. So they
oh no, well that's Alcatraz, my man.
So
I was gonna say Sing Sing is not Alcatraz.
No,
it's not the same thing.
No.
Okay, no, but Sing Sing is also a jail that's known for like, people can't escape it.
No, they locked down in their cells. They can't get out their cells because they're on lockdown. So now there's been 3 suicides because
they can't get out.
I don't know, but from what I hear, you can't cage someone in for too long.
No,
they'll fucking lose their mind.
Yes.
So the suicides they're trying to say
they're happening rapidly.
It's 3 already.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's normal, but it doesn't fucking sound normal. You're locking someone up. So back to your point, the comedian thing is happening because once I opened the floodgates with Fordham, Nemo, Soph, and Rosie on the Move.
Shout out to them because right now, April 4th, for you guys who are paying attention to this interview right now, April 4th, it's a Gatsby night. Gatsby, like the movie.
Yeah.
I'll host. Black Rose is headlining. Sophie, Rosie, and Pyra. She's an Indian comedian. I have 4 girls. It's 4 girls and me. Gatsby night. A reason for the girls to bring out them dresses that they haven't put on.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes, get that suit ready. We going out to the Grizzly Pear downtown, and we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a Gatsby night.
Yo voy para allá. Yo voy para allá.
Yeah. It's called Tommy's Got the Girls.
Oh,
so I got some girls, that do stand-up. I'm going to have them, come out in their gala dresses.
This will be out by April. Yeah, this will be out probably the week of.
How did you meet him? Your director.
He producer. He has his own podcast.
Nice.
So us podcasts, we the same
it's
way.
It's a cross promotion.
The same thing with the comedians.
Right.
You're gonna meet each other. So when I started, the same thing. Nervioso, fucking cameras on, lighting. I'm like, oh shit. So, I started. I ran into his work and another girl named Natalie. They inspired me.
Nice.
Because the way he does his podcast is already flowing. He's already doing the questions, and so like the way for where I'm at now. I'm not nervous. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just chilling, and I'm more raw. His shit is more structured. Me, I'm raw dog. Nigga. Yesterday, Sploo's coffee fell. We left that shit there. Like, we cleaned it later.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Papi, I'm more off the hip. Like he says, I'm more raw, but the conversations flow. We talking. So that's how I met him. So when I lost my last studio because the lease was up. He got in contact with me and was like, yo, let's work. So like you said, so that's how I met him. But back to your point with the comedians, after that episode, first Killer Mike mentioned that he did the one night stand, the Rumble in the Bronx, Killer Mike.
Oh shit! Yeah. Shout out Mike.
Yeah, so he brought it up in his interview. I interviewed him. So once I did For the Money and the Girls, after that, who did I get after that? I think it was Da Vinci. So now your name keeps coming up. Chris Grant was coming up. So I reached out like, yo, the way I reached out to you, yo,
Right,
papi,
right. Oh,
la
so
gente
like-
están hablando de ti.
Right.
I think
get
it'll
it.
be a good, because if you'd have been like, nah, I'm good. Está bien. No,
Yeah.
what
No,
gonna
you
do?
had nothing to lose.
Yeah, you don't lose. So what I want, back to your question, it's not that it's going. It is going down the comedy route, but I want them to tell their story because there's comedians up there that's stressed out.
Yeah.
It's mental health is real. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
God bless Imagine, and he just lost his boy. You know what I'm saying? DJ Dredd. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man.
Yeah, so
Damn,
and he still had 2
dog.
shows to do. You know?
Yo, bro, let me tell you, man.
That shit was horrible.
DJ Dredd, one of the coolest people I ever met. Smooth. Never had a problem with nobody. Never messed up a song or a cue for the comedian. You told him, yo, I'm going to wave and I need you to play this song. He was there. He was attentive. He was ready. You know what I'm saying? You said what's up to him, smiling. Never had an attitude, nothing. If I saw him 20 times, it was a lot. But he was the coolest person ever. To get shot over a parking spot,
Terrible.
it's fucking crazy.
Terrible.
That shit is nuts. And that's the society we in, bro. I had a joke that, you know, it caused some tension because people were like, oh, you know, it might have been too strong or whatever. But do you remember a video that came out that was viral where this dude is shooting at a dude and he's chasing him and then he jumps over 2 kids and they're like, he's shooting over the kids to try to shoot the guy?
Hell yeah, I saw that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How much money did that guy owe him?
For it to be that serious.
¿Cuánto le debía? Yo tengo que saber. I need to know how much it was because for you to shoot over them kids, it had to be something dead serious. And if it was a contract where you were paid to shoot, give the money back, bro. Be like, yo, I didn't get him. But don't go shoot over those fucking kids. Mm-hmm. Because to me, it had to be the ultimate disrespect. The nigga who he's shooting at sent him a video of his mother sucking his dick. Yo, put it in your mother's mouth. Like,
so that
it had to be that.
That was the joke?
That's the joke.
So they didn't like that.
They didn't like it. But
I loved it.
but you understand, like, you know, like, come on, dog.
That was crazy.
What are you doing? You see those babies there. Those are babies. The nigga tripped over some kids.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he's still trying to shoot over the little kids. Bro.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
Let it go.
And I'm pretty sure that like a lot of people are trying to analyze, oh, it was over a parking spot. No, what probably happened was
What, with Dredd?
Yeah. And
with Dredd, I don't know what happened.
He always got his driveway blocked because 900 Park is a club on Morris Park. So the people that are in the spot, they you know how Tremont is. You ain't got no parking. So he was
talking about Absoluto? That's Absoluto.
Yes.
I've done comedy shows in there.
Yeah, so that whole area is the people that are hanging out in all these East Tremont spots. They go inside the blocks and block driveways. That's just what they do. So he was there for I think maybe close to an hour. He called 911. He called 311. When the guy came out with his girl, he was probably pissed off or drunk. He already caught. He was already someone that came home from killing somebody. So la mente de él ya estaba en eso. So it was just bad. I call it bad timing, and people that met at the wrong time in their life. And DJ Dredd, I never met him. Everyone says what you just said. So you know,
may he rest in peace, bro.
Exactly.
It's a terrible thing, but this is why I did The Kids Are Going Crazy. So I have a song, and you know what's crazy? That I love rap. But I don't like being a rapper, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it comes with a stigma. Mm-hmm. You have to be this killer. You have to be the bro. What happened? What happened to just rhyming? You know what I'm saying? And the reason I have that song is because I'm teaching that. Like, you know, it seems you can't even rap if you don't got a gun. Everybody's drilling. What happened to having fun? Remember, it was just about the bars and never looking bummy? The culture got shiesties on. 90 degrees sunny. What a bummer. They screaming 9 to 5 is for suckers. I know dudes with 9 to 5s with houses bigger than Rutgers. What happened to the hustler? Coming through in the peanut butter jelly Bentley. They calling it the Schmuckers. Now everybody juxing, drilling, bad dealing, scheming. Nobody getting money. I love the bars, but I'ma stick to the funny. Yeah, I sling jokes now, no coke money. I'm getting funny money, but my money never funny. Oh gee, these kids ain't respecting shit. I'ma keep me a tool. I got a divine shine. I gotta protect mine. I walk with the Tech 9, cause it's what I gotta do. You understand? It's spoken word, but I made it into rhymes because I had to give a message to, yo, you could rhyme. You don't have to be a killer. You don't have to have gone to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Just put some rhymes over a beat. You don't have to do no gangster shit. You don't even have to join a gang. You know? Today somebody was telling me something about how a friend of theirs went to jail and inside he had to join a gang. Had to. I said, had to? You don't have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I know plenty of people who've gone to jail, made mistakes, you know, do their time, and come back home and become regular civilians. You know what I'm saying? Without having to join a gang or do nothing. You know, people make mistakes and you can rehabilitate.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But these kids now, they shooting people over, you from here and I'm from here. They don't even have beef. They don't even have money. Look at that kid on Dykeman that shot. He shot 3 people, missed his target. Killed the pizza man from Dykeman. Alex, may he rest in peace. He killed the pizza man who had nothing to do. Un buen samaritano. This dude never sold an eighth. This dude used to leave the pizzeria at night with the extra pizza and give it away to the homeless, bro. Shot him in the head over 2 dimes that they no le dieron fiado. Like, they didn't give him credit.
Yeah.
He wanted 2 dimes on credit. They told him no. He came back shooting.
Nonsense.
16 years old. He ain't even had real pussy. He don't know. He didn't travel. He don't know shit. Now he going to jail forever. 2 mothers lost.
Yep. No, it's fucking, it's ridiculous, bro. And I got a 13-year-old, and I gotta be thinking about shit like this. You know
He got a ski mask?
hell fucking. Fuck out of here. He's going to private school.
Yo.
That's the mask he's gonna wear. A suit and tie.
You know
There
what
you
it
go.
is? All right. Ellos hay todo tipo de ladrones. You understood that?
Say it again.
Ellos hay todo tipo de ladrones.
There's different types of hoodlums.
Of thieves.
Thieves.
There's thieves that wear suit and ties.
Mm-hmm.
And there's thieves that wear ski masks.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you gonna be? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, business is business. If I told you this coffee for $10 and you said yes, that's your problem. You said yes. If he negotiated, said $10, I don't know, man. I could give you 6, and I take that 6. He won because he negotiated. But in life, you just gotta learn how to do business. That's all it is. Sometimes these guys, they'll do a show. Oh, I'm not doing a show for less than $1,000. All right, cool. I'm gonna do 5 shows for $200, and I'm gonna do it quicker than you, because nobody's gonna hire you at $1,000.
Hello.
They're gonna hire me at $200.
Hello.
Quick, right?
Easy.
You know. So you just gotta know what to do. That's all it is.
Back to going from one spot to another spot to another spot.
Exactly. So right now you go down to what's that club, everybody? The Cellar. Go to the Cellar. The Cellar's gonna offer you $80 a set and $175 for the host. You need that $175? Host. You just want to do a set and get out of there? Do the $80.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know who's watching you in the cellar. You don't know who's there. What movie producer's there? What person goes, yo, I need that guy for a movie. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. Me, I don't do the circuit like that. But if I did, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be going to the cellar.
If you had you got so much shit going on. If you had the time to go back to the hustle, you will be a great hustler.
I can't stay downtown doing the train like that, like before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm. It's a bad word. Wait, hold on. I don't want to sound arrogant.
No worry about it.
I'm focused on other things. You know what I'm saying? There's stand-up is a priority in my life, and I live off of stand-up. But I want the channels, you know, like La Factoria. I want that to grow. I have a documentary called Spanish Trap with Digital Bodega that soon, hopefully, we'll start releasing some episodes of that, you know.
And that easy.
You know, I want these things to take off, these projects that are bigger, that'll leave me royalties, because the reason I started doing music too was because of that. You know, I've done a bunch of commercials for the Dominican Republic. There's no royalties. I don't get money back. I get paid one time and that's it.
Yeah.
If I do something on the American side, I'll get paid forever. You know, I've done Red Rock commercials. You drank Red Rock before? Soda? Refresco?
Hell no.
You haven't drunk Red Rock?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a soda. Anyway, it's like a.
You drank Red Rock before?
No, you never drank Red Rock.
What the fuck is that?
It's like the Dominican Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
You know, but it's red. It's like Country Club.
Okay.
You know Country Club?
Yeah, that I know.
That's the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So, you know, you do a Coca-Cola commercial here, you get paid forever. I done Red Rock. I
ain't get shit.
I get shit back. Nigga, I got one time payment.
One shot deal.
That's it. You know, so I'm trying to build royalties.
Yeah.
Because I want to leave my kids something one day, you know.
That's a beautiful thing.
If I pass away, they can have my royalties coming in. Those checks are forever, for life, you know. So hopefully that can happen, you know, where La Factoria gets picked up, or, you know, Spanish Trap gets picked up, or
no, tú estás matando, papi. You busy, and as you should, you know, because you're a genius. Everything you do, you know, you just keep rocking, bro. And now you got the podcast. Vamos a hablar de eso. Vamos a hablar del podcast.
La Chelcha is another extension of what Section 8 was. You know, is back at LMP. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes I don't. I got Maserati on there, and she's my co-host.
Fire.
With Ivan.
Fuego.
Yeah. People tune in to look at Mazi's chest.
Exactly.
Mazi's chest is immaculate.
We take all views.
Yeah, it's immaculate, and yeah, it's been great. She comes in with some conspiracy theories. Shout out to Jonathan Jr., who's, you know, the program director, and he comes up with all the things, and Ivan is just funny all around. So
he be wearing like all types of hats and shit and goggles.
Ivan is crazy.
He do whatever he want to do. That's his thing.
Whatever. He doesn't. Yeah, the other day he came dressed like one of those. What's it called?
The
Mini-Me?
Oh, the Mini-Me's?
What is it? Mini-Me?
Mini-Me, yeah.
Despicable Me.
Wow, really? That's
with
old
the yellow,
school.
with the yellow.
Yeah,
he came.
That's old school.
Came in looking like one of those.
That's what I'm talking about. With the goggles on his head.
Yeah, the little yellow thing. Yeah, like, what are you doing?
That's his
but
thing.
Yeah, you know.
You had the trap guy.
I had Young Hitter.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, he just came out of jail, and you know, it's crazy because he's a dude who had one of those moments where it was like he was right there, you know, about to break in, and then he goes to jail. You know,
yeah, kind of like that N-word shit.
Yeah, and everything, you know. So now he's out.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully he catches fire.
He's gonna catch fire. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen with him, because he definitely got some shit. he has the perfect voice for Spanish drill. You know, hit that nigga, man. Shoot. That's his slogan.
That's it's beautiful. But I'm gonna keep watching you, bro. Porque tú le das fuego. You know, I'm proud of you and your brothers.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, touring. You know, I'm gonna be there.
Yes.
Now, back to your point, I'm involved in the comedian world now.
Yes.
Ahora yo estoy.
Yeah.
Yo estoy con ustedes ahora. You know what I'm
You
saying?
have everybody.
No, but and the thing is, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? You know, after this, I don't know who I'm gonna talk to. You know?
I mean, you should talk. Have you talked to Imagine?
Yeah, I got Imagine.
Oh, you had Imagine, right?
2 hours. No paró de hablar ese cabrón.
Get out of town.
2 horas.
I don't know how long I've been on here. I hope.
1:45.
I'm getting there. Well, now I'm gonna beat you. I got another story right now.
Good. Dale,
Listen, it's my pleasure, man, to just be relevant still. You know, I started this a long time ago, and even people now, they'll be like, there's jokes that have gone viral of mine that sometimes I forget I did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have this one thing where I'm like, you know, there's a guy walking side to side, right? And I ask him like, ¿por qué tú caminas así? And he goes, oh, porque yo duré 4 años en un bote y el bote se movía de lado a lado y yo me quedé caminando así. And I was like, eso es mentira. Porque mi mamá fue cuero 30 años y ella no camina así.
I saw that one.
And people ask me in the street, they'll be like, yo, ¿por qué tú caminas así? And I really think they're asking me why I walk like that. But it's the joke.
That's
You
hilarious.
know? And this crazy shit, like, you know, I did Caso Cerrado, you know, with Ana Maria Polo.
Here or over there?
In Miami.
Oh, okay.
Caso Cerrado. You know Caso Cerrado?
Hell no.
Caso Cerrado. The Judge Judy. She's the Spanish Judge Judy.
I got it now, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Chris did the same thing when he said that you put him on to that show.
I sent him over
He
there.
had to sing the song for me to know what he's talking about.
Yeah. So, all those guys that you see that went to Caso Cerrado, I sent them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, that was you graduated. You know, like, you want to go to Caso Cerrado? Yeah. All right. Take a trip.
Take a trip.
So, when I did Caso Cerrado, you know what I'm saying, I pranked the lady. The judge, I pranked her. You know, I went in there as a character. I was El Goldie.
Yeah.
You know, and before I started talking to her, I was like, how you doing, whatever, you know, check out my flow, though. You like my shit? Like, you like how I'm dressed? What the fuck this judge gonna do? You know, like, so everybody always be like, hey, check out my flow. ¿Qué lo que con el flow?
Check out
like,
my flow.
So it's like, it's just little things that I've done that have gone viral, and I be forgetting, you know, because I have such a long time doing it.
Yeah.
Then I don't, you know, I'm not focused on shit like that. I had this one video that I did imitating my father, because my father, he had this thing about the word mamagüevo. Like, he would be like, if a man tells you mamagüevo, knock out all his teeth.
Yeah, just like in the U.S., suck my dick. It's terrible.
You say suck my dick, you're going to get punched in the face.
Vamos a pelear.
Right. So my father had this strict thing. And then there were kids who started just, hey, mamagüevo, acá. Like, to people, to their friends.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't believe
how this happened.
that they say this to each other. Like they
even cabrón.
Yeah, like it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro, don't do that. You know?
Yeah.
And I did the video where I'm like, you know, but yo no puedo creer, you know, like I was imitating my father.
Yeah.
Que estos chamaquitos se dicen mamagüevo uno al otro, de cruzar la calle. Mamagüevo, ve acá.
That's a fact.
And people started doing this to me in the street. Hey, mamagüevo! You know, and I was like, fuck. Because I was just imitating my dad, what he was saying to me, you know.
And it became a thing.
And it became a thing where people just called me mamagüevo and shit. And I used to be like, mamagüevo eres tú? You know, like, but it was just, you know, it's things that, you know, I'm just trying to bring joy. There was people that when I first started, they would be like, "Oh, why you wearing a dress? You gay?" Like, yo, I'm imitating my mom. Why you even care? So what? What is it gonna do for you?
No, that's part of
saying?
it. That's part of it.
What is it gonna do for you? And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that I thought about the other day. If I was to suck a dick, what's it gonna mean to you? What the fuck does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Mind your business.
It really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the thing, that people are so concerned with what you do.
Mm-hmm.
What size are you? ¿Qué tú tienes? What you got in your pants? Who you putting it in? Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You see Alofoca and all these podcasts, and they have chismes, and they have fucking people revealing that they had sex with someone else, and is it true that you had sex with this person? Like, who the fuck cares? What does that have to do with music or the entertainment? You know what I'm saying?
I try to stay, and when I started this, a lot of what I wanted to do was stay away from negativity. Lo chisme. I don't care who you did a set for, because now that I'm, like you said, I'm in the comedy world. I'm talking to all these people.
Right.
When the cameras go off, or when the episode comes out, and they hit me in the DM, oh, why you didn't ask him that he fucking didn't pay me for 2 years, and he was
Oof.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, back to that, right?
And because PJ brought it up, and you wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you something. So, you see how I was telling you that people lasted 8 years, 9 years. Like, when I was coming in, it was so much different. You know what I got to see? I got to see me take 3 trains to do a show, kill, and everybody else get paid, except me. Because I was the new face. I was the person just trying to get out there. I was the guy who just wanted stage time and that nobody was booking. But somebody would say, you want a guest spot? You want a guest spot? You have to do guest spots until you're no longer a guest. But the way to cure that is producing your own shows. If you produce your own shows and you pay the comics to come to you, that's what I did. I started producing my own shows. That's why I saw money. You know what I'm saying?
So you wasn't I
wasn't a paid comic when I started doing shows.
100%.
I wasn't a paid comic.
But you broke your own mold by becoming a producer.
I broke the mold. I broke the mold by becoming a producer. That's why when I told you that Jeff Coles took me downtown and I was making $4 off of a ticket of $10, I saw that structure, and I started to give that structure to other guys. Come make these $4, you know what I'm saying, out of 10. They saw a benefit. They saw something to, to gain. Mm-hmm. But then when I got Cesar to believe in me and let me put on these comedy shows with his money, he was happy to pay me. Why? I was filling the room. They were selling $50 bottles. Every table had bottles on it. You know what I'm saying? So if I had 80 people in there, you easily had 40 bottles on the table. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he's making money. I'm making money. The comedians are happy, But I remember this one show. This shit marked my life. Because I was like, never again. But I didn't quit. But I was like, never again will I do that. Will I go and take 3 trains? I took 3 trains to the end of Brooklyn somewhere. I don't know where the hell I was.
Brooklyn would do that to you. Party Coney Island.
one of those places so far that I just remember the ride back home. I just because I got a ride from Imagine on my way back. I took the train, but I came back in his car.
God bless him.
Yeah. The lineup: Barry Ribs, Sauce the Kid. I don't even know if he does stand-up anymore. That was the guy from MTV. Sauce the Kid. Me. Brooklyn Mike. Ruperto Vanderpool. Imagine hosting. You heard that lineup? It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Ribs bombs.
Off the gate.
I don't know what happened. I love Barry Ribs. Hilarious. He bombed that night. Sauce the Kid gets heckled by some guy in the front. They go back and forth. It's crazy to the point where he's like, yo, I've been doing this for blank amount of years. I don't need your help. You know, they got into a heated thing on his set. Basically bombed. He got heckled. I come up. I destroy. I couldn't believe it. I destroyed that crowd. Boom. I go. Brooklyn Mike destroys the room. I'm in the back with Roberto Vanderpool, and he goes to me, this is Comedy Nightmare. And I said, what? He said, this is Comedy Nightmare. I said, I just killed up there. He goes, yeah, but this is a bad setup. He's like, look at where the bar is at. Look at where the stage is at. Look at where this, he was giving me some tools about how to look at the thing. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I see why people would be talking in the middle of set and stuff like that, whatever. He goes up there, he does his thing, he murders it. He ends the show. Imagine was the host of that show. He used to do it at least once a month. So they love Imagine. We go in the back. Owner comes up to Imagine. Wow, what a fucking show. He gives me a pound. Yo, what a great show, man. Gives Roberto a pound. Yo, great fucking show, guys. He goes, $700 to Roberto, $500 to Imagine. He asks me, yo, you want a beer? Damn. I said, nah, I don't want a beer. I said, all right, man, good show. I just fucking killed up there. You could have gave me $100. But I wasn't on that show. I was a guest spot. You understand? Now, these guys who have 20, 30 years doing comedy, some of them bombed. One of them got heckled. I'm pretty sure that night I was funnier than Ruperto because I was just funny. It just happened to be that I was the funny one that night. I didn't get paid. And that shit marked me forever. I was like, never again. I'm going to be doing my own shows now. Now it's my turn to get paid because I already have 4 years doing comedy, and I couldn't find that way of becoming a booked comic, and that's what made me start doing Luna and Section 8.
So you had to get burned real good.
Yeah. I was tired of doing free shows. I was tired of it.
But that's why, and that's why with PJ, when I had him on, and he says
he got paid at the same time. He did 4 years free, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Me and him kind of had the same run.
Yeah, but he also gave you a shout out that for the Monsters Ball that you're gonna be working with him.
No, well, the Grizzly Pear, the Gatsby show.
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
yeah,
dope.
that's it.
Yeah, he definitely gave you love for that. But my brother, thank you.
Yo, man, thank you, man.
Final thoughts and what's coming up. And you have a lot. I'm sure you have a lot coming up.
I got a lot of songs coming out. I have a different page for the music.
Yeah.
So it's Tommy5K with an underscore. It's a Tommy underscore 5K, I think. And yeah, I have music coming out, but the most important thing is for people to support La Factoria. La Factoria is it's the golden egg for me.
That's your baby.
Yeah, well, it's Ivan's baby, honestly. He's the one who writes it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just the producer and actor.
Gotcha.
I produce it with him, and I'm an actor. But to me, it's about the series growing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting together, 23 different influencers to become actors.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? And the series is good.
Can they watch it now?
Yeah, you could watch the first episode. The first season.
Where?
First season is on YouTube. La Factoria TV.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. The first season is on YouTube. It's completely in Spanish. It has subtitles. but the show's in Spanish. It's The Office in Spanish. And nothing. Look out for more shows. We're traveling. We're going to the West Coast soon, and I don't know. I might take that show on the road with the girls too. You know, depending on how it goes. That first show is gonna be the test run. You know, but
and they all beasts, bro.
Man,
Sophie's crazy.
Yo, man, I did a show with Sophie out of town. Her graduation was in Massachusetts.
What do you think about her? Before you get said, what do you think about her growth? So, like, she just got here and she's
amazing, bro.
What is that? She got it.
I've been around Sophie. I've been part of her growth. So her first stand up was in a birthday party for V Henny. V Henny, she has her own podcast too.
She's the one that got all the bottles and shit, right? In the background.
V Henny, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, God, that's a fucking setup for real.
So V Henny, her birthday, she brings stand up.
Yeah.
Sophie's first stand up was there.
Wow.
I saw it, I loved it. I said, yo, keep going.
As a rookie, keep going.
Keep going. The first day, first time.
Wow.
I saw her again with the curl plug in another show I was booked in Casa in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
She had a joke about Head and Shoulders. And I said, listen, that Head and Shoulders joke is gold. I saw her in Massachusetts. We were booked together. And I'm like, oh, look at you. You out of town. Like, you know, you growing up out here, you know. And she did a solid, I think she did a solid 20 where she had the crowd dying.
She's gangster. I love
she had the crowd dying. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, you see, now you're a certified comic. You're a comic. You can go anywhere and do that 15 to 20 minutes. Because that's what I tell the guys when they come in. Look, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Sasha Mercy, D Nasty, Ken. Did Ken do that? No, Ken didn't do it. Sasha Mercy, D Nasty.
It's la marihuana, bro.
Barcelosito. No, I'm trying to go through the comics who did their 15 minutes, practiced it with me first before they went on stage.
Oh, gotcha.
You know?
Just you sitting there?
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Radel didn't practice it in front of me, but his first time doing it was with me. There's been a few people that I just tell them, you know, learn your 15 minutes. You need 15 minutes. Once you got 15 minutes, you could travel. You could go anywhere with your 15 minutes because you could do a set. You know, to be on TV, to be on Jimmy Fallon, you need 5 minutes. But
clean 5 minutes.
No, this is a tight. It's called a tight 5.
Yeah.
This means you're gonna crunch all your jokes into 5 minutes and go like that. I got this package right here. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, the 15 is free. It's 3 5-minute stories. You know, add your punchlines in between them. Oh Johnny, I don't know if you know that she's a comedian too. She does stand up.
Never heard.
She just hasn't been doing it because she deals with her kids. She does like what do you call this? She has kids who have autism.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does stand up, but she did her first 15 minutes with me too.
That's amazing that you just sit there and be like, okay, go.
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful thing because you're gonna help them.
Yeah, and I help them structure it, and you know, give them the guidance. These people are already funny. It's just something they haven't tried.
I asked Imagine this question. He said he had. I asked him, "Yo, how much time you got? Free? Let's just going." This nigga said he got 6 hours.
I believe that.
He said, "I said 6 hours." He said, "Bro," he said, "my personality alone, I could give him 2 hours on that stage. The other 4, now I'm gonna dig in the bag, and do my move." Yo, he did. Yo, I was with them. Look at my Thursday, free. Thank you that I live in this world that I can come out of work, go up the block to Castle Hill, to Barrio, and see For the Money, Soph, Buddy Love from Detroit, and Imagine to end it, bro, for free. Well, you paid the tab, but...
You walked in.
Bro, y el tipo, I heard that fucking Mufasa joke 142 times. Y todavía rompe ese fucking chiste, bro.
Listen, I could do Imagine set.
That's how long you've been around it.
I can do Imagine set.
So back to that. How long? Oh, your full clip. How many hours? How many? Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to unload everything.
I don't know. I know for sure I could do 2 hours. That's nothing. To me, 2 hours is regular.
Hell yeah.
That's regular. I could do 2 hours. But if I was to do all my jokes...
Unload the full clip.
I don't know.
Probably 4 or 5. Same shit, right? 4, 5, 6.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. Imagine has more than me for sure. Like I'm pretty sure his arsenal is crazy because there's jokes that he doesn't do anymore.
Yeah, he said
there's
that.
things that yo. Imagine has a set of jokes of just West Indian, like being Jamaican and stuff like that.
And he got the voice. And he got the voice to go with it.
He does the accent.
Yeah.
Igualito, like to the T. That he doesn't do, bro. He doesn't really do it.
No.
And then he has, Halloween jokes. He got like back to school jokes. He got stuff that you're not gonna see him do on the regular.
That shit is in a file.
It's in a file in his head somewhere.
He could go to Trump. He could go wherever the fuck, Obama, whatever he want. It don't matter.
He got jokes for everything for mad long. When I met Imagine, he already had 20 years doing stand up.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Wait,
hold up. No. All right. So he's
gonna make 30. He just made 30 years in comedy in February.
Just made 30 years.
He told me February he made 30 years. So that's crazy. So you met him 10 years ago?
No, man.
15?
No, I met Imagine in 2009.
Oh yeah, so you probably he was probably maybe 5-10 years in the game already.
Yeah. He had a long he was already in because Jonathan, the guy who introduced me to Imagine, he has 5 years on me. So he has started like in 2004 to do stand-up. I did stand-up in 2003, but I stopped.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, you mentioned that.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I just, whatever, But then I continued after. And when I met Jonathan, it was 2009. And that's when I met Imagine. And Imagine was already a veteran, I don't know, man. Imagine.
I met him.
Imagine could probably do 7 hours of comedy.
I met him. I heard of him, but we in our own world. We ain't got. I'm not gonna go see no fucking comedy shit today. But I always heard his name because the Bronx is not that big. Everybody knows everybody.
The Bronx is very big.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean,
our
like
community.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
what I'm talking about.
But no, the Bronx is huge.
When compared to Brooklyn, hell no, tiny.
Yo, bro, listen.
You could put three Bronx in Brooklyn.
Look,
that's why you took three.
I have this joke about how the Bronx got soft. Bronx got soft.
Okay.
The other day, I read in the Daily Blotter.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big ass banner. It was like a celebration. It's like, congratulations to the Bronx. 5 days without somebody being shot.
Yeah, I saw that. That shit was going viral. That shit went viral. That shit went viral, man.
What the fuck is happening in the Bronx? What happens when there's like 3 days without somebody being shot? Like all the gangsters come out, yo.
They got tired.
What's up, B? Y'all soft out here? Y'all getting soft? Why nobody been shot? Like, you know,
that's a fact.
We need to do some shooting out here. We ain't keeping our rep up. Like
5 days is crazy.
5 days they get up. They said congratulations, bro, in the newspaper.
100%.
So you got to think about how big is the fucking Bronx. The Bronx is huge, bro.
Yep.
But yeah,
no, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Your name's gonna. I know I'm gonna, cause you know, like I said, the floodgates are open. I had Soph with the gang. She's coming back by herself.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
that'll be great. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run into Noel eventually. You know, we're already in contact, and you know, I want to always have give a platform to comedians, to DJs. Like the three things that I will always have at least once a month is DJs, comedians, and brothers and sisters that came home. Like
okay.
I take that so serious because someone...
You went to jail?
No, but someone that did 30 joints or 20 joints and now they
want to know their story.
Bro, what's that? That's
I
crazy.
have the perfect guy for you to interview because he's a friend of mine. This is my example of what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean by that? Because of him, I understood I didn't want to do jail time, even though he would tell me the stories, and I'd be so intrigued because I'm like, Jesus Christ!
No, so that's my intrigue.
Like that's nuts. Like he taught me things that are simple, like you don't rock chicken. If you went to jail, you would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know, but you don't know what I'm talking about because you've never been there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about you don't rock chicken. So there's a time period where they serve you food and they'll serve you the leg but take off the breast and tell you can't eat the breasts yet. You haven't made it there.
Damn.
And you'll be like, what? Like, what you mean? And then, like, for example, in the morning, Frosted Flakes and just the cornflakes.
Yeah.
You know, the Frosted Flakes has sugar.
Yep.
Yeah. They're giving you the cornflakes.
They ain't ready yet.
And you like, well, I can't get those. You know, like, you're not ready yet. You got to fight somebody for that.
You got to fight somebody.
So he was like, one day he was like, yo, who I got to fight?
Who I gotta
fight for this chicken?
For this goddamn chicken.
So they pointed out who he had to fight, and he went and he fought him. And that's how he was able to eat a whole piece of chicken. I'm like, what? Yeah, not for me.
Not for me.
Thanks.
But like I said, bro, thank you. Like I said, your name's gonna keep coming up.
This is gonna be a great podcast, brother. Blessings to you. Thank you for having me on.
I had no choice. Tommy 5K. Let me hit this motherfucker up. Yo, you coming or what, bro? But thank you for taking the invitation. You know, I know you're busy. Y'all all busy.
It's my pleasure, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tommy 5K, everybody. Peace. Thank you, brother. Legendary.